no risk, no Ferrari. And we know this to be true. If you want to win the game of life, if you want to take it to the top, you have to be able to sacrifice who you are today for who you want to become. And for a lot of people, they may just be comfortable with their 9 to 5, and I completely get it and I validate it. If that's what you want to live and if you're happy, so be it. But I'm willing to neglect the money in the short term and not get that paycheck, just because I understand that if you plant enough seeds in due time, you will reap massive rewards. And it worked out. The highest points of return are always in the highest points of risk. Like high risk, high reward situations. I remember last year I told my community, hey, I'm rotating my entire crypto portfolio out of crypto. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? This was previous to the bull run. And I'm investing 10% of my net worth into meta stock when it was at less than $100. Now it's at $500, right? So people are, shitting on Meta and saying, hey, they're investing too much money into the metaverse and losing money. It's like, okay, what do you think? Mark Zuckerberg doesn't know how to play a chart? Do you think he doesn't know how to persuade people and use the right keywords and say AI when the AI boom is happening in order to spike the charts? And so mass market frenzy, mass market panic. That's when the best opportunities are found. You need to be able to do what the 99% are not willing to do in order to have what the 1% have. For a lot of people, they may not know, you can actually get and make a lot of money waiting tables because it's a tip-based system. So that's where I learned how to talk to people. That's where I learned how to upsell so that people would get more expensive drinks or they would get the appetizers. So just to make the bill kind of go up because you have the standard 20% tip.
Oh, it's 20% across the bill.
Yeah, that's like the standard of like what people would consider
a good tip sort of
thing. A good tip if you have good service. So I was learning how to make my money. Going to the United States is no longer the greatest opportunity in the world. Today, the greatest opportunity in the world is online. Let me explain. The US government considers there to be 5 domains of existence. Space, land, sea, air, and digital space, which is the internet. They consider it to be a domain. Money is a lagging indicator of success. Money doesn't come right away. You have to be able to put in the hours and the work and have the mindset of a CEO and have the mindset of a boss
to do so.
To be able to say no to the paycheck, because the paycheck is the instant gratification of your labor. The CEO is the last one to get paid. The CEO is the one that takes the risks. Making money online is not just the single greatest opportunity of our lifetime. It's the single greatest opportunity in human history. Because like I said before, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. You have the ability to succeed if you can provide value to the marketplace. I have moderators. I have moderators from Pakistan. I have moderators from Palestine. I have moderators from all over the world. People that work in my companies. VAs from the Philippines making 3-4 times the salary that they would working a normal job in their countries. The opportunity is vast.
It's amazing. It's amazing out there.
It's never been easier to make money. It's never been easier to be wealthy. I mean, when I started in 2016, bro, 8 years ago, this idea of making money online was taboo. It wasn't necessarily seen
talked about like that.
It wasn't seen the same way. What I love about wealthy circles, when people have a lot of money and it's a collective group and money is no longer kind of the driving motivator, there's a level of defense that's been lowered, right? So it's like, it's no longer the question, does this guy have something that he's trying to extract from me? It's very much like, let's give. And everybody's just sharing the information. Everybody, not every room, but people are just sharing information. People are sharing connections. People are sharing access to different opportunities. And that's what I've come to realize is a massive cheat code in the video game of business. I see kids online making money in crypto. I see kids online making money providing agency services, going to a restaurant being like, hey, I'll charge you $2,000 to run your Instagram account. And they're making money.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's a new opportunity. I ended up working at high-end restaurants, made my way to Washington, D.C., worked at high-end restaurants, and the bills would be $700, $800, $1,000. I would close a $1,000 table, I'd make $150, $200 on tips. I'm like, bro,
money for
this is real money because I get to take it cash. And I would take the money cash, I would deposit it into the ATM, and that would be my Facebook ads for the next day or my investment for crypto. So that cold, hard cash that I would have was my kind of exit into being able to hustle my way to where I am today. The year is 1848 in the United States, in the Eastern colonies. There's rumors being heard and rumors going around that in the North American River near California, they had found gold. The California gold rush. As soon as the president confirms it, 300,000 migrants moved from east to west with the hopes of finding gold. However, they had to deal with thieves, dangerous terrains, wild animals. But unlike 1848, today you have access to what I like to call the digital gold rush.
Yeah.
Which is, if you have access to the internet, you have access to a phone or a computer, maybe some free AI tools, you can tap into this global financial ecosystem. And as long as you can provide value, the internet doesn't care your skin color, your religion, your background, your trauma, your history, your belief system. If you provide value, it will reward you.